There once was a woman, a teacher, whose heart burned with a fiery love for Jesus. She was devoted, serving the Lord with everything she had, constantly in prayer, believing in the power of faith to move mountains. Yet, like many of us, she carried her own private battles. Certain strongholds in her life that she was still working to overcome through His grace. But she prayed for a breakthrough, for a sign that her faithfulness was seen. One day, when things felt particularly tough and her prayers seemed to hang in the air, the phone rang. It was an offer for a teaching position at a school. She was overjoyed. This felt like the answer, the provision she had been praying for. With a heart full of gratitude, she accepted the job, believing this was God opening a new door for her. But when she walked through the doors of that school, she quickly realized this wasn't the opportunity she had imagined. It felt like she had been thrown to the wolves. The students were a storm of chaos. There was no respect, no sense of order. They wouldn't listen, they wouldn't be quiet, and trying to teach a lesson was nearly impossible. The classroom was a battlefield, not a place of learning. She told herself it was just the first day, that things would get better. But days turned into weeks, and the chaos didn't stop. Many of her lessons transformed into prayer sessions. She'd stand before the unruly class and just start praying, sometimes out loud, sometimes silently in her heart. She held onto her faith, believing that God could intervene. She saw a deeper issue at play, a spiritual one. It seemed that prayer and moral guidance, foundational pillars of education, had been removed from the system, and this was the result. The academic consequences were heartbreaking. Most students were failing. They would either have to repeat the grade or be progressed without truly earning it. Passing on their own merit was a rare event. It was a cycle of failure that seemed to have no end, dimming the bright futures these young people were meant to have. This whole experience brought a powerful truth to her mind, found in Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a divine instruction. The chaos in that classroom wasn't just about the kids. It was a reflection of a breakdown that started long before they ever walked into school. It highlighted the profound responsibility that rests with parents and guardians. The home is the first school, the first church. It's where the seeds of respect, discipline, and faith are meant to be planted. When we neglect to train our children in the ways of God, when we don't teach them about love, respect, and morality, we send them into the world unprepared, vulnerable to the chaos we see all around us. This teacher's story is a call to action for our generation. We need to return to God, not just in our churches, but in our homes. We need to reclaim our role as the primary spiritual guides for our children. Let's not wait for the schools or the world to teach them. Let's be the ones to introduce them to a loving Father, to train them in His ways, so that they can stand firm, be a light in the darkness, and not be swept away by the chaos. It's time to rebuild the foundation, one family at a time. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you. Please follow for more stories of faith.